You want me to put that on my todger?
Harry's wife, she's on life support. What news is this? Well, naturally it's not literally the case, but it's figurative. According to Talk TV, Prince Harry and Harry's wife are on life support after she pulls out of the King's coronation. Is this a particularly melodramatic headline, or is it accurate that some aspect of their lives is on life support? Let's find out and see what it means for the narcissist. Harry's wife will remain in California, as we know, while Harry attends the King's coronation. Harry's wife's absence at the King's coronation will be welcomed by everyone, according to Talk TV's Jeremy Kyle. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with Jeremy Kyle, he used to be involved in the Jeremy Kyle show, which basically took rather dim-witted individuals who came from the arse end of the socio-economic spectrum, plied them with a load of booze the night before, and set them on one another in front of an audience for the benefit of a televised audience who would sit there lapping it up whilst also thinking, thank God my life isn't as bad as that of these people, nor is my dentistry as bad as theirs. Kyle is an odious character, but nevertheless, irrespective of whether he's odious or not, he may well be accurate with regard to his observations, and the vast majority of people will be welcoming her absence at the King's coronation. Harry's attendance will see him appear in a public setting with Charles, Camilla, his brother, the Prince of Wales, sister-in-law, the Princess of Wales, and the rest of his family for the first time since he lambasted the royals in his memoirs. Unofficial plans suggest that Harry's going to be grabbed, debagged, and the Princess Royal, Anne, is going to apply some deep heat to the pink pods, whilst telling him that he's a very naughty, nasty ginger. Also, Jeremy Kyle said that the move would surprise no one and please everybody. After months of uncertainty, he stated, Buckingham Palace has finally revealed that the Ginger Whinger, the Prince of Monty Shitshow, will attend Daddy's coronation. Royal commentator Kinsey Schofield said Harry's wife's absence from the event suggests she accepts her presence would become an embarrassment for the royal family. Wrong. Once again, somebody who doesn't understand narcissism demonstrating that through such an observation. She doesn't accept that her presence would be an embarrassment for the royal family because she doesn't care about how she makes the royal family look. Associated by marriage, she's carried on in a manner of merching herself, slating them, throwing brickbats in their direction with no concern whatsoever for the impact it has upon the royal family. She doesn't care that they might be embarrassed by her antics. She's entitled to do what she wants. In actual fact, as you know, the reason she's not attending is that her narcissism, as soon as the issue of the coronation comes up on her radar, apprehends that she faces too many threats to control: the British public, the British media, and the royal family itself. Her exclusion from the balcony, the likelihood that the royal family will cold-shoulder her, the fact that she'll probably get a glare off Sophie, that Camilla will have nothing to do with her, that the Princess of Wales will roundly ignore her. All of this will amount to threat to control after threat to control after threat to control. And her narcissism as a self-defense mechanism doesn't want that to happen. But Kinsey Schofield, not understanding narcissism, doesn't recognise that, doesn't understand that, and thinks that Harry's wife is accepting that her presence would be an embarrassment. Not so. Kinsey Schofield continues by stating, this is self-preservation for Harry's wife. Now, she's got this part correct. It ensures she's not humiliated, booed, or picked apart in front of the world. Here in the United States, their popularity has taken a major dive. They are on life support. How do they rebrand? It is clear that their popularity has taken a major nosedive. They've been lampooned, ridiculed. Spare hasn't done him any favours, nor her by extension. South Park wounded them repeatedly. The responses to South Park provided challenge fuel again and again. And it may well be a fair observation that they're on life support. Of course, they still have money, although that's going to run out at some point. He still has his status, as does she, for now, although most people believe that they shouldn't be allowed it, and many people don't really care for it any longer. They have a diminishing group around them, as of course, remember, many of the people that are involved with them are not involved with them because they truly like them as individuals. They're simply with them because they serve a purpose. Oprah Winfrey wasn't friends with Harry's wife because she liked her as an individual. She served a purpose. Gayle King wasn't friends with Harry's wife because she actually liked her. She served a purpose. Ellen DeGeneres certainly wasn't involved with Harry's wife because she liked her. Indeed, the ridicule that she subjected her to as a consequence of being the Duchess of Stooping, that when she was engaged in the ridiculous behaviour on the show, then that further is demonstrative of the way that she was held in contempt by Ellen DeGeneres, and there's no friendship there whatsoever. However, certain people tolerate them because of what they can get out of them, completely in keeping with the way that many in that industry operate. The fact is that they find themselves in a particularly difficult situation. Kinsey Schofield sees them as being on life support. That may well be accurate. They need to undertake a rebrand. They can't use victimhood any longer. That's been exhausted. There's no talent, as I repeatedly explained. There's no talent in either of them. What further secrets does Harry have that he might give up? Is he going to tell us anything new? Or is it going to be more of the same? And would anybody actually listen? They become a stuck record, repeating the same thing over and over again. Their philanthropy, at least for her, see-through. When Harry engaged in it, it had some resonance. And perhaps if he was to be removed from her and basically put himself in Africa, he would be far happier and also might start to recover some credibility. But most people realise that her philanthropy is self-serving, that it's false, that it's part of the facade management. Most people recognise that her pseudo-bananitarian behaviours are again simply self-serving. People know that she hasn't got any talent with regard to original thought, political ability, broadcast ability, writing ability. There's nothing there. As I've always explained, he's thick, she's empty, and South Park picked up on that. Where they go to from here, well, there'll still be some people that believe that they can breathe life into this ailing corpse. There'll still be some people, perhaps deluded themselves, that believe that money can still be made. But the opportunities and angles are diminishing. And it would be accurate to say that they're on life support in terms of the involvement that they have with trying to remain in the public eye, to remain popular. Unfortunately for you all, or you might regard it as more entertainment, she's not going to go away anytime soon. But we are seeing the circling of the drain with regard to popularity, status, and the opportunities that would ordinarily come with that. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.